But why do I insist on talking about false selves? Let's take a look at how the mass of each of us is formed. Within the family, the members negotiate, situations happen, mistakes, love, help, compassion. Everything is happening within a family, and thus you slowly build a value system. This value system is your truth, it is your light, it is your inner guidance and foundations. And when you go out, consciously or unconsciously, this is your guide. This is your guide. This is what you repeat in your life outside your family system. But let's see what happens when this system does not create a mass that will keep you out there, but creates a very fragile surface. But let's see what happens when this system does not create a mass strong enough to hold you out there, but creates a very fragile surface. So let's say that you are in a house where mom accepts you hitting her even when you are in adolescence. Why? Because she has given all her attention to studies and says, let him hit me as long as he moves on with his life forward. Do you think I'm kidding? In the book of a Greek psychoanalyst, there was a case of a teenager who was beating his mother. It was in a very wealthy and well-educated family, and his mother told him very clearly, I accept it in order for you to relieve yourself and your tension, as long as you go on with your studies and you become great. Of course, it is not a matter of wealth. Of course, there is no discrimination regarding wealthy families. Phenomena of violence can happen in poor, middle class, educated or less educated or even illiterate families. It is also observed in people who did not grow up in rich or educated families. So when this person I'm describing has built such a system, those foundations, this mass, when he goes out there and meets people who have loved each other, so their mass is more cohesive, so their foundations are built on true principles and values, he will find everything very difficult. He will find it difficult to cope. It is obvious that the mass creates resistance to every bad force. Naming it bad is not only the religious concept. No, it has to do with objective values of life. Let's say that we all accept that beating is an evil, violent act. Automatically, for the majority of people who have loved and have compassion, beating is non-existent in their family system. But when someone has been nurtured with lies, and those lies create his or her mass, then he believes that this is everybody's value system. Why do you think that those who reach old age finally say that neither fame nor money was ever important after all? They do open doors, they do make life easier. Maybe on a physical level they make it more tolerable, but none of this creates the mass I'm talking about. The kind of mass that no matter what happens to you, keeps you strong against the forces that arrive in order to change you. So what is the false self? Whatever is built on things that acquire strength and control, but no mass essential to resist the forces that want strong resistance. And in this category we find beauty, which opens doors but has no mass value, does not help you when it has to do with resistance, with foundations, with values. I will quote the link for the mass and the name of the psychoanalytic book with the case of the violent teenager. It's up to you not to forget what brings light, values and foundations, not as ideologies. These can be plain and empty words, but real mass of love, honesty, compassion and boundaries. Trust the truth. The truth will never disappoint you. Trust it and fear not.